いやだから非推薦者が同行するのは推薦者以外の術師だよ。
Are you serious, my brother?
Alright, let's do this one last time.
Get me pregnant. Get me pregnant.
No dick, no balls, and probably no butthole since this guy feeds on radiation.
Oh my god.
No, stop! What are you doing? No! Oh my god! What were you just watching?
Yep. I feel empty inside. It's not even the end of the show. It's just the idea of waiting 6 months for the next score is too long for my brain to handle. But with this last episode comes an exciting resolution. Let's get into the review. Quick disclaimer, I'm reviewing this episode as a person who has read volumes 1 through 7 of the light novels. Yes, I recently finished reading volume 7. So the review on this episode will be based on that and the anime. Rudius runs through a maze of his own thoughts, wondering how he did not recognize Sylphy sooner. However, there are a variety of other factors that I think apply to why he did not recognize Sylphy. For one, it is not easy to remember something or someone's face from your childhood, regardless of the fact that he retains his past memories. It's his current body that is forgetting the details as he grows up. Alongside that, his deep-rooted depression, which haunts him due to what happened with Eris and Sarah, created a mental barrier that prevented him from seeking out intimate relationships. But slowly and surely, with the little moments he shares with Fitz, the smiles that capture his heart opened his enclosed self a bit, and now he has something that he cares about within his reach. I'm honestly happy for them, but as an Eris enjoyer, watching these moments kinda broke me inside a little. I could do nothing but cry myself to sleep tonight.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, come on, man, I can't have shit!
Your gum should be here by the end of the
Where's
week.
my dick at?
Sylphy being understanding of his condition was to be expected, but still nice to see. Additionally, this whole notion of Rudius switching to his polite talk could be a defense mechanism he autopilots to. It's something he is so accustomed to ever since he came into this world. He had to be considerate of the customs this world adhered to, and what was allowed to be said, and what was not. This was oversaturated during the first few episodes of this season, where he acted overly polite to everyone in Rosenberg, to which Soldat called him out on his crap.
Man, I don't wanna talk yo bitch.
It's a surefire way of diffusing a situation, but as Soldat said, he's just lying to himself. It's fine to be polite, but he had to be himself when he did it. I really like how the anime recalled the fact that Sylphy jumped Paul when she saw Rudius being taken away. This was something stated in volume 1 of the light novel when Paul was giving his perspective on shipping Rudius away. The parallels shown here from Sylphy's backstory tie in nicely with a recurring theme, in that the people who know Rudius, most notably Sylphy, Eris, and Roxy, all put Rudius on a high pedestal. Just as Eris ventured out to get stronger so that she would be worthy of Rudius, Sylphy also swore to herself that she would get stronger to save Rudius. Even Roxy left her duty of tutoring Rudius when she had nothing left to teach him. However, unlike Sylphy, Eris did not have the opportunity to convey her true feelings, considering how bad she is with words and the circumstances that surround her. Still, I'm glad Sylphy got to say her part, and Rudius can start healing from his wounds. The music that played in the background throughout this whole segment of the episode fit perfectly with the mood between Sylphy and Rudius. I felt like a substantial amount of the budget went to designing the adorable reactions of Sylphy. I don't think I need to explain what that branch was supposed to represent, but it was done in a seamless way. Nice one, Studio Bind. The meeting within Ariel's group proceeds. Ariel laughing at Rudius' expense honestly irked me a bit, but thankfully, Luke finally did something useful and defended Rudius for once. It's possible that his dislike for Rudius not only stemmed from him not recognizing Sylphy, but also from seeing how diffidently he conducted himself. Men like Luke and Soldat tend to look at men who demean themselves with contempt. It was no wonder why Ariel made that expression after seeing the drastic change of heart Luke displayed. As a way of apologizing to Sylphy, Ariel provides a woman's way of exciting a man. Despite how shocked she was to see Sylphy's intrusive thoughts in the last episode, we can't forget that Ariel is a deviant individual too. Other than the silly idea of complaining about heat to show skin in the middle of winter, the few words to seal the deal thing might come in handy later on. Luke is on full smoke this episode and says a few words that hit Sylphy like knives to her heart. Luke's trump card in fixing Rudius' disease is finally revealed. Here, Luke even mentions that it was manufactured in the Fatoa region, and its production has since been lost since the displacement incident. Luke mentions that it is now going for high prices like 100 gold pieces, an absurdly inflated amount compared to the 10 gold coins it was being sold for in the Citadel of Roa. Sylphy's preparations are complete, and I'm guessing Sylphy used the money she got from Ariel to buy the new underwear she picked out for her. What I said in my review about the figurine he was working on in episode 10 turned out to be true. But once again, I wouldn't be ChERISma if I didn't overanalyze figurines in my videos.
You can't keep getting away with it!
The fact that this figurine is in an incomplete state could symbolize Rudius' state of mind, since he hasn't fully recovered from his disease and he can't do his duties as a man for Sylphy even when it really matters. He hasn't fully gotten to the root cause of his problems, thus why his image of Sylphy is incomplete. They started reminiscing past memories together, and it was heartwarming to see them catch up. Sylphy moves on to the next step of the plan, giving him the aphrodisiac. Rudius drinks it without hesitation, to which Sylphy knows there's no going back. The effects of the drug seem to hit hard, especially for Rudius. Things begin to ramp up, and once again, another interesting frame that was captured was the glass falling down on the floor, similar to how the wine cup fell down during Rudius and Eris' first time. The few words to seal the deal that Ariel mentions prior is smoothly executed by Sylphy. Both Eris and Sylphy have their own keywords they use to turn on Rudius, and bro is definitely turned on. The scene abruptly switches to the morning, and the post-nut clarity within Rudius emerges. But there's a lot more to the scene that I really wanted to discuss. Him waking up to no one next to him, all traces of the person he laid down with gone, and him peering out of the window where everyone is going about normally, once again sparks the deep trauma he harbors within. Despite recalling that Sylphy has guard duty, that symbol of what they shared that night shown as the bloodstained sheets of the bed, and the fact that she wasn't there, all take him back to the morning after his time with Eris and possibly his short night with Sarah. It all has a connection to after he tries sleeping with someone. Even after finally regaining the vigor to sleep with someone, that person not being there next to him when he woke up must have brought back ugly emotions. But with the soft footsteps and gentle smile signifying Sylphy's return, I can only imagine how relieved Rudius must have felt to see her. Honestly, if Sylphy somehow did not return to Rudius, I don't think he would be able to recover from his disease. To her, Rudius' behavior is a little odd, but to Rudius, this was a pivotal breakthrough in his life. The person he loves is still there. They didn't leave him, and he can hold her as tightly as he wants. Seeing Rudius go through struggles fighting against depression and nearly giving up, to him finally finding the cure to his problems was genuinely rewarding to see. No other show that I have seen can make following the narrative of someone with ED this impactful.
シルフィーと結婚します。
シルフィエット・グレイラット
Yes! 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 No! No! No!
Rudius kneels before Ariel and Luke, the true people who helped Sylphy during her struggles. He shows his resolve in ensuring that he would help Ariel through Sylphy considering a person he loves is involved. This big statement from Rudius will probably be used to build the plot moving forward. However, it won't happen soon considering his duty to find Zenith. Ariel pushes Rudius to express his plans moving forward, to which we learn that Rudius intends to marry Sylphy. It all works out for everyone. Rudius gains a loyal person who truly loves him, and Ariel can use Rudius' name to her benefit. Sylphy handing over her sunglasses to Ariel obviously symbolizes her leaving Ariel's side, but for how long we don't know yet. But this scene can also be interpreted as Ariel leaving the responsibility of taking care of Sylphy to Rudius. After all, Ariel and Luke were all Sylphy had since she was teleported. They might as well be family at that point. We are left with this heartwarming artwork with the prospects for part 2. In this image, the current Rudius and Sylphy appear to be cosplaying in their old outfits. We can see this through Rudius' long hair and how both of them look too big to be in those clothes. The two children from the Buena village who were separated from each other are reunited, picking up where they left off. Overall, this episode was really well done. As a Mushoku Tensei fan, this resolution to everyone's current problems was all I could ask for. Rudius is finally free from his disease and depression. He has someone who loves him dearly by his side, and everyone is genuinely left on a happy note. But as an Eris fan, I feel like someone is crushing my heart into tiny pieces and throwing it at my face. I'll be reading the light novels to fill this emptiness I feel in my heart. Get it? Empty. Shut the fuck! Nevertheless, with the way this episode has ended, I'd have to guess that Sylphy will most likely be going along with Rudius, wherever he may go. I feel like they will finish their remaining years at the university, or probably graduate early considering how advanced they are, and then maybe a bit more slice of life till Rudius has to go save his mother. Ariel knows where Sylphy's heart lies, so I'm unsure of whether she will return to Ariel's side, but what Rudius said regarding how he will get himself involved with politics once someone he loves is involved, might have Ariel assuming that Rudius and Sylphy will come back to aid her at some point in time. Considering how far Rudius needs to travel to rescue Zenith, it's possible that Sylphy will split up with Rudius when he needs to get his mother. But
at the end of the day, it's just a theory.
The next episode seems to be titled
No, 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 no. Wait.
Thank you for watching. We hit 3K subs on the day the last episode of this core came out. I see no better way to cap off the end of this core. I thank you all for your support. I plan to read past the current anime, and maybe hold off on reading volume 12 just to see it in anime form. I have also finished reading volume 7, and I have a video in the works that'll be releasing sometime. I'll see you then.